Ugh. No, don't record. Hello, class. My name is Edo Sanchez, and this is my coral reef speech. Imagine you wake up one morning to find your entire neighborhood dead white and blank. No noise, no color, no life signs. You think it's some crazy sci-fi fantasy, however, it's happening right now beneath the ocean. Today, I'm presenting behind coral bleaching of coral reefs. What, how, and why you guys need to hear. More than 50% of the world's coral reefs have been severely bleached in the past decade only, and climate change is a major contributor to this growing problem. Science Advances reports in August 22nd, 2023. I will first describe how coral reef bleaching works, and I will next outline the key environmental stimuli that induces it. I will then demonstrate how this problem impacts not just the marine ecosystems that we know of, but as well human societies. A coral reef consists of very small animals or coral polyps that exist in a colony formation. Polyps, polyps are symbolically associated with single cell plant like cell algae known as zooxanthella. Zooxanthella pigment corals and helps supply the nutrients in the form of food through photosynthesis assistance. When water gets too hot, corals get stressed out and they expel the algae. The absence of algae kills the corals that we call bleaching. Bleached corals are not killed but seriously incapacitated. Under continued stressful conditions, eventually they'll be dead and we'll lose our ecosystems. But why do corals bleach? Is the question. And the main cause is a rise in sea temperature due to global warming. It cannot be stopped from bleaching when the sea temperature rises by 1 to 2 degrees Celsius. The secondary causes are chemical pollution, runoff, ocean acidification, and excess in the sun from cleaner, warmer water. Mass bleaching events become more common and intense. The Great Barrier Reef itself, by the way, had already undergone live mass bleaching events since 2016 and was provoked nearly entirely by heat waves. Coral reefs provide habitats to over 25% of all coral life, while only the reefs occupy under 1% of seafloor area. To live on a reef is to be suffocated with diversity. They protect coastal communities from floods and storms. Storms and floods lend to destroy the coastal communities that don't have reefs. Over half a billion people in the world are living independent of tourism for their livelihood and reliant on the reefs for their livelihood. The Science Advances reports in 2023 further contributes. Bleaching is ruining their local economy and livelihood. In short, coral bleaching is not just an environmental issue, but coral bleaching is a worldwide phenomenon with social, economic, and environmental consequences. For the first time today, I've displayed a coral reef bleaching. We've finished talking about why it's occurring because the coral expel the algae. We talked about environmental stressors as a cause, and we've also have been talking about how it's not just killing sea life, but human life as well when it comes to the economy. As coral bleaching is happening beneath the water and out of our sight, it's doing has been catastrophic and has catastrophic effects on land and its invisible crisis, and one that needs to be heard and talked about because our ocean health is our world's health. I took you coral bleaching on coral reefs today. We've learned why it happens when corals push out algae. We've talked about stress that wraps around our world and shapes it. And we saw how it habituates not just humans but sea creatures as well. Bleaching is a hidden spectacle, but behind the scenes, these effects are not seen rather than felt. It's an invisible issue that needs to be heard and seen because the health of our ocean is an inextricably connected as the bliss of our world. This is my Corey speech. Thank you.